Welcome to today's podcast.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Today we'll explore these key vocabularies in depth: lemon squeezer, lentil, mix, nut, papaya, and passion fruit, with detailed definitions and rich examples to help you master their usage. Lemon squeezer, noun. A lemon squeezer is a kitchen tool designed to extract juice from citrus fruits by applying pressure.
She placed the halved lemon into the lemon squeezer, then pressed the handles together to release fresh juice without seeds falling in. Two metal halves pinched the fruit, leaving pulp behind in the tool.
He demonstrated how to position the lemon wedge over the lemon squeezer properly for maximum yield with minimal effort. The ergonomically designed handles ensured comfortable, efficient pressing.
They washed the lemon squeezer promptly after use to prevent acidic residue from corroding the metal over time. Proper maintenance extended the tool's lifespan significantly.
She admired the heavy-duty cast-iron lemon squeezer that required less hand strength and delivered more juice per squeeze. The sturdy construction made it ideal for regular home use.
He used a simple plastic lemon squeezer on picnics, praising its lightweight portability despite producing slightly less juice than metal models. Convenience outweighed capacity during outdoor gatherings.
She chose a hinged lemon squeezer with built-in strainer holes to keep seeds and large pulp pieces out of her cocktails. That feature made her bar tools more professional.
He found that fresh lemon juice made with a proper lemon squeezer tasted brighter and cleaner than store-bought bottled juice. The difference elevated his lemon-based recipes noticeably.
She illustrated how to clean the curved ridges of the lemon squeezer by using a small brush under warm water. This method ensured no pulp remained trapped in tight spaces.
He replaced his old lemon squeezer after it developed rust spots, opting for a stainless steel version that promised rust resistance and dishwasher safety. Durability became his top priority in kitchen gear.
She loved to use her compact lemon squeezer to zest, noting that the pressure applied also released aromatic oils from the rind. This double function saved time on both juicing and flavor enhancement.
He stored his vintage cast-iron lemon squeezer as both a functional utensil and a decorative piece reflecting mid-century design. Its aesthetic appeal enriched his kitchen decor.
She squeezed lemons in her lemon squeezer, one after another without hand fatigue thanks to the long, cushioned handles designed for comfort. Proper grip made repetitive pressing far more tolerable.
He demonstrated that overfilling the lemon squeezer could result in juice leaking out, so he recommended cutting citrus into appropriately sized pieces. Correct preparation maximized efficiency and minimized mess.
She appreciated the built-in wedge pusher on her lemon squeezer, which allowed her to transfer pulp easily onto the salad without using extra utensils. That thoughtful design feature streamlined her prep process.
He discovered that preheating lemons by briefly microwaving them made them softer and easier to juicer with his lemon squeezer. Warmth broke down cell walls for more efficient juice extraction.
She pressed grapefruit segments in the same lemon squeezer by adjusting her grip and using more force, showcasing the tool's versatility beyond lemons. Multifunctionality made it indispensable in her kitchen.
He packed his collapsible silicone lemon squeezer in his travel kit, relying on its compact flexibility when cooking abroad. Space-saving design allowed for easy transport.
She rinsed the lemon squeezer in hot water immediately after making lemonade to prevent sticky buildup and ensure it opened smoothly next time. Routine care prevented gumming in the hinge.
He chose a commercial-grade lemon squeezer for his small cafe, satisfied that its heavy mechanism would handle continuous use without warping or losing alignment. Professional equipment improved his service speed.
Lentil, noun. A lentil is a small, lens-shaped legume rich in protein and fiber, commonly used in soups, stews, and salads around the world.
She added green lentil to her vegetable soup, which absorbed the broth's flavors and grew tender without losing shape. Lentils' quick cooking time made them ideal for weeknight meals.
He soaked lentil overnight to reduce cooking time and improve digestibility, noting that pre-soaking also reduced gas-producing compounds. That step made the dish gentler on digestion.
They praised the earthy taste of red lentil dal, which thickened quickly into a creamy consistency when simmered. The naturally soft texture eliminated the need for constant stirring.
She tossed cooled brown lentil into her grain bowl alongside quinoa and roasted vegetables for a protein-packed lunch. Lentils complemented both grains and greens for a balanced meal.
He experimented by blending cooked pui lentil into pasta sauce to boost nutritional content without altering the flavor drastically. This invisible addition enriched every bite with extra nutrients.
She learned that black lentil beluga held shape best in salads, offering a caviar-like appearance and firm bite after cooking. Their visual appeal made them a favorite for gourmet presentations.
He mixed leftover lentil with spices and breadcrumbs to form vegan patties that retain moisture and hearty texture when fried. Lentil's starch content provided binding power essential for plant-based burgers.
She discovered that adding a dash of vinegar after cooking lentil brightened the dish by lifting its natural earthiness. Acidic notes balanced the rich, starchy backdrop.
He used split yellow lentil in savory fritters, noting that the quick cooking pulses formed a crisp outside when pan-fried. Their small size allowed for even frying without large chunks.
She stirred pepper and fresh herbs into her lentil salad just before serving to preserve the pulse's firm texture and freshness. Timing prevented wilting and maintained crunch.
He rated the fiber content of brown lentil as excellent, reporting that including them in his diet improved his digestive health. Regular consumption contributed to his daily fiber goals.
She appreciated the versatility of red lentil puree as a thickener for stews, noting that it didn't require prior cooling or blending. Lentil's natural breakdown simplified the cooking process.
He liked to add a cinnamon stick to his lentil curry, which imparted a subtle warmth without overpowering the pulse's neutral flavor. Spice layering deepened complexity.
She stored dried lentil in an airtight container away from moisture and pests, preserving their shelf life for over a year. Proper storage maintained both taste and nutritional integrity.
He recommended rinsing lentil thoroughly under cold water to remove dust and debris before cooking. Clean pulses ensured a clear broth and pure lentil flavor.
She counted on black lentil as the star in her seafood salad, pairing their inky color with bright lemon vinaigrette. Contrasting hues created a visually stunning dish.
He tried sprouting green lentil seeds to add crunchy freshness and enhance digestibility to his salads. Sprouted legumes offered increased vitamin content and raw texture.
She noted that French lentil resisted overcooking and retained shape even in slow-cooked stews, making them ideal for make-ahead meals. Their consistency suited long-simmer recipes perfectly.
He enjoyed substituting chickpeas with lentil and chili, appreciating that the smaller size allowed even distribution and reduced overall cooking time. Time savings simplified his prep routine.
Mix, verb, noun. As a verb, mix means to combine two or more substances evenly. As a noun, it refers to a prepared combination of ingredients.
She used an electric hand whisk to mix the cake batter until it became smooth, ensuring no flour pockets remained. Even blending guaranteed uniform rise in the oven.
He tapped the bowl with the back of his spoon while continuing to mix the custard, preventing lumps from forming in the creamy base. Gentle agitation produced a silky texture.
They prepared a pancake mix in advance by combining flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt in a sealed jar. Having a DIY blend ready reduced morning prep time drastically.
She learned that when you mix cold butter with pastry flour, the dough becomes flakier upon baking. Temperature control during mixing affected final pastry layers.
He demonstrated how to mix in fresh herbs and lemon zest at the end of the bread dough preparation to preserve volatile oils. Late-stage mixing maintained bright aroma.
She made an instant hot cocoa mix by blending cocoa powder, sugar, and powdered milk that anyone could whisk with hot water. The shelf-stable blend simplified winter beverage prep.
He enjoyed the convenience of a store-bought soup mix, but she preferred to mix her own spices for a fresher, more personalized flavor profile. Custom blends catered to her taste preferences.
She discovered that when you mix oils and vinegar in the right proportions, the emulsified dressing clung better to leafy greens. Proper ratio prevented separation and enhanced salad coating.
He told her to mix the dry and wet ingredients separately before combining them to avoid overworking the gluten in her muffins. That method produced tender crumb and consistent batter.
She measured the protein powder and banana slices before attempting to mix them seamlessly into her pre-workout smoothie. Balanced ratios optimized both flavor and nutrition.
He stored a pancake mix in large batches, labeling each container with the date and special seasoning additions. Organized inventory prevented spoilage and streamlined breakfast rotation.
She liked to mix chopped nuts into her cookie dough at the very end to maintain distinct crunchy bits rather than pulverizing them. Timing maintained textural contrast.
He learned to mix the eggs and sugar first until pale and frothy before folding in flour to make an airy sponge cake. Proper sequencing ensured maximum volume retention.
She combined 3 types of flour in her gluten-free mix to mimic the elasticity of wheat flour for bread making. Strategic blending accomplished better crumb structure.
He recommended that when you mix dry spices into oil before cooking, you create a paste that sticks evenly to meat surfaces. Paste application boosted both flavor distribution and adhesion.
She used a stand mixer to mix brioche dough until it passed the window pane test for optimal gluten development. Mechanical kneading provided consistent dough strength.
He bought a spice mix labeled for chili con carne, but opted to mix additional chili flakes for a custom heat level. Personal adjustments made pre-made blends more versatile.
She took a protein shake mix packet on the road, adding water and shaking vigorously in a portable bottle at the gym. Convenience made supplementation easier on busy days.
He showed how to mix crushed crackers with melted butter for a cheesecake crust that set firmly without baking. Unbaked crusts benefited from proper mixing for structural integrity.
Nut, noun, a nut, is an edible seed with a hard shell and rich in fats, proteins, and nutrients, used in sweet and savory dishes worldwide.
She sprinkled chopped nut over her chocolate mousse to introduce crunchy texture and savory balance. The contrast elevated the dessert's complexity.
He roasted mixed nut on a sheet pan with spices for a savory, protein-packed snack that kept well in an airtight jar. Homemade seasoning allowed total control over flavor profiles.
They folded walnut nut into their brownie batter for bursts of earthy depth and satisfying bite in every fudgy square. Nuts contributed both flavor and textural variety.
She learned that sweet chestnut nut required scoring on the shell before roasting to allow steam to escape safely. Proper preparation prevented shell explosions in the oven.
He ground pecan nut into a fine meal to use as gluten-free base in his pie crust, achieving buttery flavor without wheat flour. Alternative flours expanded his dietary options.
She mixed almond nut butter into her smoothie, adding healthy fats and smooth creaminess without dairy products. Nut butters served as vegan substitutes easily.
He chopped hazelnut nut to toast separately and garnish his coffee-flavored ice cream, creating textural pops in each spoonful. Nuts' toasted aromas enhanced even cold desserts.
She discovered that macadamia nut melted slowly in dough, leaving pockets of buttery softness inside her cookies. Different melting points of nuts altered final textures.
He carried a handful of mixed nut in his backpack for a hiking snack that provided sustained energy and essential nutrients. Nuts' high caloric density made them ideal trail food.
She brewed a coffee capture by steeping cocoa-covered nut in boiling water to extract chocolatey oils for a beverage base. Creative infusion techniques yielded unique drinks.
He folded chopped pistachio nut into his rice pilaf, adding color, crunch, and a subtle earthy sweetness. Nuts' color contrast enhanced the dish's visual appeal.
She used ground peanut nut in her sauté sauce to thicken and flavor the curry, lending authentic Southeast Asian flair. Peanuts' natural oils provided smooth consistency.
He recommended storing shelled nut in the freezer to preserve freshness and prevent rancidity in warmer climates. Cold storage extended shelf life significantly.
She admired the decorative nut-studded mold of her marzipan nut, shaped into fruits that doubled as tabletop centerpieces. Nuts' shapes inspired edible art forms.
He salted and spiced cashew nut and left them to cure for hours, allowing flavors to penetrate and coat each piece thoroughly. Patience in seasoning maximized taste depth.
She replaced breadcrumbs with finely chopped hazelnut nut in her fish cakes for a gluten-free crisp coating that browned beautifully in the pan. Nut crusts offered both crispness and allergy accommodation.
He extracted nut oil by cold pressing walnut nut in his countertop press, using it as a finishing drizzle on salads. Freshly pressed oils retain delicate flavors lost in commercial processing.
She incorporated shredded coconut nut into her muffin tops for tropical aroma and moist crumb, highlighting the coconut's natural sweetness. Nuts' shredded form offered integrated texture.
He tasted the smoky aroma of almonds nut after toasting them in the oven with a light sprinkle of sea salt. Toasting nuts intensified natural oils and aromas.
Papaya, noun. A papaya is a tropical fruit with sweet, orange flesh and black seeds, valued for its enzyme papain and antioxidant vitamins.
She diced ripe papaya into smoothie cubes, blending them with coconut water for a hydrating breakfast. Papaya's high water content lent natural sweetness and smooth texture.
He scooped out the black seeds from the papaya cavity before serving, noting that they're edible but peppery and often discarded. Proper preparation enhanced the fruit's delicate sweetness.
They sprinkled lime juice and chili powder over papaya slices in a street-style salad that balanced sweet, tart, and spicy flavors. Papaya's firm flesh absorbed the marinade beautifully.
She made a luscious papaya sorbet by pureeing fruit chunks with sugar and freezing the mixture, achieving vibrant color and creamy consistency. The natural sugars prevented iciness.
He peeled the unripe green papaya and shredded it into a savory Thai salad called som tam, where its crisp texture stood up to spicy dressing. Papaya's versatility extended beyond sweet dishes.
She pureed yellow papaya into her face mask for a natural enzyme treatment due to papain's gentle exfoliating properties. Topical application used fruit's nutrients for skincare.
He blended ripe papaya and banana to create a nutrient-dense breakfast bowl topped with granola. Papaya's smooth texture paired well with crunchy cereals.
She combined papaya cubes and mint leaves in a chilled summer soup, garnishing each bowl with a swirl of yogurt. Papaya's mild sweetness complemented tangy dairy perfectly.
He learned that storing papaya at room temperature until just soft ensured peak ripeness before refrigeration to slow further softening. Proper ripening techniques preserved ideal texture.
She enjoyed the antioxidant boost of papaya by stirring it into her yogurt parfait alongside chia seeds. Fruit's nutritional profile made it a breakfast superfood.
He juiced unripe papaya with bitter melon and ginger as a detox tonic reputed to aid digestion. Green papaya contributed fiber and papain enzyme to the drink.
She garnished her hibiscus tea with thin papaya ribbons, which soaked up the tart liquid and created a vibrant, edible stir-in. Papaya's delicate flavor harmonized with floral tea notes.
He roasted papaya slices in the oven with a sprinkle of brown sugar for a caramelized dessert that coaxed out deeper fruit flavors. Heat transformation highlighted papaya's inherent sweetness.
She froze papaya puree in popsicle molds with a swirl of lime juice for refreshing frozen treats on hot days. Papaya's natural viscosity reduced ice crystallization.
He added papaya to his fruit salad last to keep softer pieces whole longer and prevent them from crushing under heavier fruits. Sequence of assembly preserved the salad's structural integrity.
She scooped flesh from halved papaya using a grapefruit spoon, then sliced segments to serve elegantly arranged on plates. Presentation techniques elevated fruit courses.
He blended papaya with coconut milk and cardamom to craft a silky, spiced smoothie with gentle Indian-inspired flavors. Papaya's neutral base accommodated bold spice additions.
She recommended pairing papaya with soft cheeses to contrast the fruit's fibrous texture against creamy dairy. Taste combinations showcased complementary mouthfeels.
He noted that unripe papaya contains latex-like sap requiring thorough washing before cooking to prevent bitterness. Pre-use cleaning ensured ideal flavor.
Passion fruit, noun, a passion fruit, is a tropical fruit with a tough outer rind and gelatinous, seed-filled interior known for its intense, tangy sweet flavor.
She cut the passion fruit in half and scooped the aromatic curd and seeds directly over her pavlova for tangy contrast to sweet meringue.
He strained the passion fruit, pulp to remove seeds, when making a smooth coulis for drizzling over cheesecake. Filtration produced a clean, seedless sauce.
They stirred fresh passion fruit juice into their cocktails, which added zesty tropical notes that brightened each sip. Fruit's acidity balanced sweet liquor.
She spread passion fruit curd onto scones as a tart complement to the buttery pastry. The fruit's vibrant flavor elevated traditional tea-time fare.
He froze leftover passion fruit pulp in ice cube trays to flavor future sparkling water or iced tea without waste. Frozen cubes provided portable flavor boosters.
She mixed passion fruit seeds into her chia pudding, adding crunchy bursts and vibrant color to the otherwise smooth dessert. Seeds introduced textural intrigue.
He baked passion fruit halves on the grill to caramelize the sugars and intensify the fruit's natural aroma, before spooning them over ice cream. Direct heat amplified tang.
She combined passion fruit syrup with sparkling water for a simple, homemade soda that tasted like a tropical vacation. Fruit syrups offered quick beverage solutions.
He tasted the sticky, waxy rind of the passion fruit, noting it was inedible and must be discarded. Proper identification prevented unpleasant textures.
She layered passion fruit pulp between layers of coconut cake for a moist, tangy filling that cut through the sweetness. Interplay of flavors created balance in the dessert.
He infused his salad dressing with passion fruit juice, olive oil, and honey for a tropical vinaigrette that paired well with leafy greens. Fruit acidity substituted for vinegar.
She preserved passion fruit pulp in sterilized jars with sugar for jam that retained the fruit's distinctive perfume. Canning enabled year-round enjoyment.
He noted that the fruit's internal seeds were edible, but often strained out for smoother preparations like sauces and puddings. Texture preferences guided seed removal.
She mixed passion fruit pulp into her overnight oats, making the breakfast colorful, tangy, and nutritious by morning. Fruit integration simplified meal prep.
He found that adding a pinch of salt to passion fruit pulp subdued bitterness and enhanced sweetness. Simple adjustments optimized flavor balance.
She drizzled passion fruit reduction over seared scallops, highlighting both seafood and fruit's contrasting qualities. Savory-sweet interplay impressed dinner guests.
He carved out the pulp from each passion fruit, half with a small spoon, careful to collect every last drop of flavor. Efficient extraction prevented waste.
She recommended storing uncut passion fruit at room temperature until the skin became wrinkled, indicating peak ripeness. Visual cues guided optimal ripeness assessment.
He replaced the passion fruit seeds with lemon zest when none were available, noting the substitution lacked the same fragrant intensity. Alternative ingredients offered last-minute flexibility. We hope these vivid examples help you feel confident using lemon squeezer, lentil, mix, nut, papaya, and passion fruit in your daily conversations and culinary adventures.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Join us next time for more vocabulary insights.
Goodbye and happy learning.